What's going on, YouTube? Claic Yuzolt back again with another Final Fantasy Brave Exvius banner review, and that's right, I'm back from Evo, and you may be wondering, why do you have your green screen up? I wanted to show you guys my tattoo that I got. It's not finished. I was under the needle for 10 hours. We toughed it out. I mean, I was watching Boruto on my phone to get my mind off of it, but at the very end, it started hurting real bad, and finally, my amazing tattoo artist was just like, buddy, your skin's not taking any more ink. You're gonna have to make another trip out here for me to finish this. And I said, another trip to Vegas. I'm down with that. That's fine with me. So I want to show it off. It is all might. Now, the top part's really the part that's not done. Like, the top part and filling in everything isn't done. But here it is, guys. We'll get into the video in a second. Sorry, I'm trying to show it off. Essentially doing the Plus Ultra Smash. And you can see the pings up top. They're going to get a lot more work. They're the pings from the One For All. You know, the pings go through and he grabs the last one. He's grabbing the last one. So it's in its third day of healing. It needs a lot more. Like, this is going to be like smoke because, you know, where the punch is coming through. And it's going to connect over here. And then eventually I'm going to get more done. But I think he did an amazing job. I'm so happy that he could pull this off for me. Gotta be careful, but I want to show that off before the video. So let's get in here and review this new banner that just came out. So the first unit on the banner is a 3-star base going up to 5-star Ryoka. My god, he looks amazing. I really wish this was a CG unit. I don't know why, but I mean, look at him. He like has half his shirt off, has this big, giant ass lightning sword. But sadly, he's not going to be that great of a unit for you. He does have a pretty cool TMR though. Lightning Saber, attack 125. Now I know there are STMRs out there. They're going to have a lot more attack, but this is just a 3-star base unit, guys. And you're still getting TMR TMR Moogles to be putting on this stuff. And it is a sword. So there are going to be units out there maybe that need a sword. We do have a lightning greatsword. But now we have a lightning sword that you guys may be able to use as well. Moving down through Ryoka's abilities, not the best. Nothing too crazy. You know, you put it all right here. Doesn't really have, look at his hits, doesn't really have a chaining move. His best move is his limit burst, I guess you could say. It's like a finishing 7.9 times lightning damage. But overall, sadly, they made an amazing looking character, but didn't really make him a good character, if that makes any sense. I hope you come back as a CG unit because you are a baller looking, dude. Moving on to the next unit on the banner is Shinju. Shinju is a 4-star boost going up to 6-star whip user, and she also looks pretty cool. I think all the units on this banner are amazing looking. They really go hard, and sometimes for FFBE units. Physical attacker, TMR is whip mastery, which is going to increase. We know what masteries do now. Increase our attack by 50% when equipped with a whip. I don't think there's really anybody out there we want to be putting a whip on unless Simon Belmont shows up from Castlevania, just like Super Smash Bros. And we may even need it for him in that Castlevania collab. So I know, just pray and hope you can use it. It's a very niche TMR, but it's a very unique one. So you probably want to get a hold of her maybe through dailies or something like that, just to have that available to you. But overall, I don't see a lot of uses for it right now. Moving on down, she is also not that great of a unit. They actually don't have all of her information here on the wiki, but the way she works is she will build up moves. So she's going to use Shut Up Already. It's going to do decrease attack and defense by 40%. That's like her best thing she has. And then it's going to do physical damage. It's only a 4-time hit. But then we're going to go to Now We're Talking. And Now We're Talking, we're going to break down, we're going to add Earth Element, I do believe, to our attacks. We're going to do a little bit more damage. The multiplier is going to be up more hits. Then after Now We're Talking, we're going to go to Hyped Up. And Hyped Up means we're going to break down their Earth Resist. So we just put Earth Element on us. Now we're breaking down their Earth Resist, doing some more damage, and, you know, just moving through the moves that all should be one move. And then we have Violent Tail. It does a little bit of damage. However, it does a lot more damage if we have used Hyped Up. So you go through, like, Shut Up Already to Now We're Talking to Hyped Up to Violent Tail and do it all over again. That's a big problem for me because I don't want to be going through all those moves just to imperil and add an element to my attacks when it's just not, and do kind of crappy damage throughout. I mean, we do get the attack and defense break, but there are other units that do that better anyway. There are other units that do that easier, and we don't have to go through all these steps. Just not a unit for me, guys. That's pretty much her use, though. She can charm 20% with a countering move, but again, I mean, that's not even going to hit very much. We can decrease Earth Resist by 84%. So this is the one thing I would point out about her, is that if you want to use her, the 84% Earth Resist down, if you're using somebody like Eileen, I mean, that's a lot of Earth Resist down, but is it worth it for taking this character who's really not going to be doing that much for you, and you have to get this limit burst up, 20 crystals, that's going to be your only use, really? Maybe the break is going to be useful? I don't think so, so sorry, again, even though you look amazing, Shinju, you're just not up to cut when it comes to being a unit. Next up is another 4-star base going up to 6-star Pekiota. I don't know how to speak that. I don't know. That's the best I got. It's a teddy bear. Literally, I'm just going to imagine this guy as being a teddy bear brought back to life to murder people. Assassin job, instantly. Assassin job, debuffer, and the TMR is Whirlwind. Now, this could be something you guys could look forward to in the future, kind of. Throwing weapon, 130 attack, element wind, bird killer. So maybe if you're going up against a bird, you may want to use this TMR. Put it on somebody like Waka, Tidus. They already have these killers. They can put throwing weapons on. It does have the wind element attached. So perhaps even if you can find a finisher you want to throw a throwing weapon on, with robotic bird killers, and you could tornado chain up and finish with this wind. Possibly Setzer. We could throw this on our Setzer. It's not I don't think it's a two-handed weapon. It doesn't say it is. So you can put it on Setzer to do that wind damage, along with having the bird killer effect on him, if you guys would like, for all those Setzer chaining. That's going to be a really good use for it too. But overall, kind of a niche situation there. If we move down to the bears, these assassins, he doesn't do very good assassin moves. I'll tell you that. He's more like the debuffer, like they said. He has an ability to decrease attack and magic by 45%. He has another one that can do about 40% and inflict blind. He overall just is trying to do all these debuffing things. They try to make him like, but really, when are we using debuffs? When we get into the hard content of the game. Now, maybe there'll be stuff in the future we may need this on. His big baddie move, level 68, 6-star, inflict poison, blind, and paralysis 30% to all enemies, physical damage 2 times with delay. He just doesn't really. Here is his ability that I think he's useful for, and it's not gonna sound good. Take your teddy bear with you when you don't want to encounter anybody when you go through explorations. Just take him, 25% off. You're not going to be, 25% less chance of being encountered with. That's something you guys want to look out for. Other than that, though, he just doesn't do enough damage for me. He's a very weird character. He can increase his own attack by 124%. Glorious Wind, after that, he can use that. Now, this is a big hitting move that he can use, but you have to build up his Limit Burst. Then you can do physical damage 5 times to all enemies. You can take down their wind resistance by 60% for 2 turns, but you can only use this for 1 turn after you use his Limit Burst. 20 crystals. It's just... There's nothing really too special about him except for this. I would say when you get into the point where you want to go through an exploration, take a bunch of the bears. Take a bear with you, take your teddy bear, put on some charm bangles, I do believe what it is, and you can take him for that. Other than that, again, a very cool, well-designed character that doesn't really have a use, especially in the 7-star meta, guys. Just not, that's going to be his use, is that encounter rate down. And last but not least, we have Nalu. Our 5-star base that can go up to 7-star. That's right, can go up to 7-star. Physical attacker. We can look down. We have to now review TMRs and STMRs. TMR is Swift Hunter. Guys, this is why you pull in this banner, in my opinion. Increase attack 25%. Increase equipment attack by 50%. So it's true double hand for 50% with an increased attack 25%. If you guys are out there missing true double hand, this is your chance to get a hold of that. Remember, this banner has a 5% rainbow rate on it, meaning that, remember how always the yellow crystal comes down and it was 5% because it's already guaranteed to be yellow? All of the crystals are 5%, making it easier to get a hold of rainbows. This is a 1 5-star base unit, meaning it should be easier to get a her or a couple of her. So if you are in the market for getting true double hand things, there are a lot of true double hand options out there. This one gives you an increased attack 25% instead of like a limit burst fill rate up. So you're gonna have to decide which one you want to use. But this is your chance, guys. Rate up banner, 5% rainbow rate, higher rates than normal. Get in here and get it because true double hand is going to be the way. It's going to be the way of the future. It's not going to be dual wield. So get your hands on it if you can. Looking down at our STMR, it is a spear with 175 attack. We know that STMRs get a crap ton of attack, so I know it's going to be exciting to look at it at this point, but it's also a two-handed weapon, giving it even more strength because if we do use it with a true double hand user, we get that damage range that gets to add to it, up to it looks like 150% or 1.5 times. Lightning damage attached to it, so a spear user wanting to do lightning damage, very, very good. And it has to be a true double hand user. You can't use it with a dual wield user. So I've looked over Nalu, looked over what she can do. Her Thunder Spear, which is her chaining ability, has Tidus frames or quick hit frames, meaning she can chain with Camille, the new Lightning 7-star, or herself. I don't really see her. Okay, here's the problem. She can chain, and I haven't really been able to talk to this because I've been gone to Evo. Lightning chaining is awful. Lightning 7-star chaining is awful. People like to put her up high on the tier list because she does do a lot more damage. If you use a method outside of the game to make sure your chaining frames can go off. I mean, you guys saw me with Tidus. I tried and tried and tried. I practiced. I tried to get it down with my fingers, but it wasn't something that I could do. So also with the iOS chaining being gone, I do believe it's going to be back sooner if it's not already back. I think JP brought it back, so we should get it back. You can use that method where you guys will have to look it up where you pull it up, you click, and boom, it goes off. But it's if a person has to go through all these loopholes using Nox, using macros to get the thing off, I put the unit way down in my opinion, because the masses aren't going to do that. So this will be better though, because this isn't dual wield, whereas lightning's dual wield. Quick hit doesn't stop chaining with itself until a second cast comes, where it kind of makes it a little weird. So she's going to be able to chain with TDH pretty well, if you both have true double hand. We don't have to dual wield this ability. However, she doesn't get W cast, or the ability to cast 2 abilities in the same turn, or even 3 abilities, which is triple cast. So that makes her rank way lower in the 7 stars, because as we go through, people like TDH, people like Hayu, they're going to get like multiple cast when they're true double handing. So you know how we use dual wield and it's like 1, 2, it goes off. Well, these true double, and with true double hand it's only going to be once because you're not dual wielding. However, when the units 7 stars start getting better, they come out, the power creep starts setting in. We're going to get triple cast, double cast. It's going to call it W cast. You're going to be able to get in there because it can't call it, I guess you can't call it the same name, but you're going to be able to use your abilities twice with these true double hand units to do mad damage. She sadly cannot. Her kit is built around, she can increase everybody's attack by 100%, increase their lightning percent by 70%. So she does have little niche uses that you could pull out if you don't have a buffer, if you can't fit a buffer. That could be something you could use there. Her cooldown ability, Thunder Fang, 12 hitter, lightning physical damage 11 times all enemies. I do believe those are different chaining frames than her Thunder Spear. I do believe Thunder Fang is 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, so it's going to be a little bit different. However, you only get to use it every 3 turns. After, you have to wait till the 3rd turn to use it. I mean, it's good, but it's just not it's not insane, right? If we're going down, she does get a lot of innate true double hands. So you're gonna be able to build her up pretty easy. She gets 100%. Just through her passes, and if you have her TMR equipped, she's going to get another 50%. Her TMR gives her 50%, so that's 200%. So she's got to throw another 100%, probably through 2 martial gloves is what you'll do with that. She does get a little bit, once you get to her 120, if you decide to get her up there, she does get more mod added to her attacks. And the way this works, guys, is, see this 0.7? If we go up to her Thunder Spear, you add that 0.7 before timesing it by 2 for ignore defense, or whatever the ignore defense is. So it's going to put it up to a 3.2 times multiplier. Hit my pop filter there, with 50% off, so that's going to take it to a 6.4, I do believe, after all said and done. So it does hit pretty hard for quick hit things, but even saying that, again, 7 stars are going to change the world, guys. They're going to be better ones out there. If you get this person, is she going to do a lot of damage? Yup. Is she going to crush anything you have out here? Yup. It's going to do a lot. One of her big good things about her also is her limit burst. Physical damage, 12 times to all enemies. Pretty good. 23 hits, so it is chainable. Decreased lightning resist 100% for 3 turns to all enemies. Increased attack 140 for all allies. 140% for all allies. She does have Wild Instincts, which is essentially a high tide, 100% to getting up her limit burst. And finally, last but not least, I want to talk about the killer abilities. She gets 3 beast, insect, and plants, meaning she's going to do a lot more damage to those if you run into them trying to kill a trial off. Overall, her limit burst is amazing. So if you are going to use her, if you are going to invest in her, if you are going to make her 120, you want to level up that limit burst. It's pretty good, and you're going to get to use it a lot more often. Overall, Nalu is a very good damage dealer, especially in the today's meta right now. She's going to be whipping out that damage. She's going to be able to do it up, build her true double hand, get that TMR. However, you do not need to, if you already have true double hand, like me, I'm not pulling on this banner very much. Maybe one 5K pull and some tickets. I'm not doing my big Friday night summons because I don't need it. And that's something in the future I'm going to be looking out for. I'm going to be looking for more STMRs that, like, I'm not going to use that spear too much because of the other STMRs I'm going to be looking to use, okay? So, but if you end up getting her, if you're looking for a 7-star attacker, you don't have one yet, you don't have one in the future you want to be going for, she's going to be able to get you there. She's going to do a lot of damage. I'm going to say this at the end of every banner review from now on. Hayu, Hio, however you want to say it, he is coming. The guy that looks like Kylo Ren with the lightsaber, he will eventually be out in a couple of months. I don't know if Gumi's going to make some changes to the release date because that guy literally breaks the game in so many ways you guys will not understand, but he does need true double hand, so that's why you guys maybe want to get Nalu, but you guys can go for Nalu, get the true double hand ready for him for when he arrives because he literally starts just tearing up every trial. He does so much damage. I honestly think he may have been a mistake because his power creep is so high. It's so much higher than everybody else that he literally didn't have somebody that was better than him for a long time after his release. So that's somebody, I don't say it a lot, but that's somebody I would save for. So overall, what do I say on this banner? Free to play, you guys can use tickets, do dailies. You can try your chance with the 5% up rainbow rate. You could get somebody else you want to. If you are in need of true double hand, go on this banner. Get this true double hand. It is very important for the future. Go hard for it. Dolphins, whales, if you guys probably already have 7-star attackers or ones lined up in the future you want to go for. So unless you do that TMR, I'd say stay away from this banner as a whole. It's not a super necessary one unless the units aren't needed. It's really this TMR Swift Hunter that you want to get a hold of for true double hand. So if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below how you feel about my tattoo. And it's unfinished. It's unfinished, but that guy did all my amazing. I can't wait to see the pings. And subscribe for future content. We'll catch you guys in the next video.